Weather Center live. A dangerous storm-filled weekend across parts of Texas left behind scenes like this. Now the work begins as crews begin to assess the damage and families clean up the pieces of their shattered lives.
Flooding also a major factor of the weekend severe storms. We even have some dramatic rescues to tell you about, like what you're seeing right here. And we could see more of this with several flash flood warnings in effect right now. We have you covered with our in-depth expert-filled coverage that starts right now on Weather Center Live.
And thanks for joining us on this Monday afternoon. I'm Samantha Moore.
And I'm Julie Martin. We've got a lot to get through, including breaking down some of that amazing video. First, we want to start with the severe storms out there today. So let's take you out to our severe thunderstorm outlook. And there you see a very widespread area of red on the map, all the way from Houston, Texas, up through Detroit and Pittsburgh. So we're looking from north to south here at the possibility of hail, damaging winds, even tornadoes. Detroit, your Torcon is 3, about a 30% chance of a tornado there for you in Fort Wayne, Indiana, as well as Columbus, Ohio. So the threat shifting a little bit now into the Ohio Valley, as well as remaining in the southern plains, Sam.
I hate to see that threat later in the afternoon and evening, too, especially after the sun goes down after dark. Sometimes it's hard to see severe thunderstorms and tornadoes that could be forming. We want to take you to the lab right now, where a storm specialist, Mark Elliott, is tracking the timing of these storms.
Yeah, Mark, what we're going to be dealing with as we go through into the evening hours tonight?
Yeah, you know, that means that you have a whole day's worth of heating to go through, destabilizing the atmosphere and really setting the stage for some big storms later on today. In fact, we're already monitoring for a tornado watch in the Ohio Valley, and here's why. We've got all this warm, moist air filling back in across the Ohio Valley, a connection all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. Not the exact same setup as the past couple of days. Notice as we go up in the atmosphere a little bit, the low-level jet is faster than the surface winds, but basically in the same direction, and the upper level flow isn't turned all that much either. So it's more speed shear today, different speed with the winds with height that could give us a little bit of spin. Plus we've got that warm front moving across portions of Michigan that could enhance the spin as well. So the energy will be there, that's for sure. We're going to have the daytime heating, especially in Ohio as we go into the afternoon hours. We do have the winds increasing through the Ohio Valley as well, so some bowing segments looking likely with these storms. Taking a quick look at the visible imagery, looking down on the earth from above, area of low pressure still back here. So that's the upper level support, and it is a bit removed from the rest of this front. The front is now working its way off towards the east, and so that cold pocket is not right on top of where the storms are. That said, we do have this little kind of push. You notice right in here that dry air pushing forward, that kind of bend in the moisture in the atmosphere. That's going to work its way into the Ohio Valley and the Midwest, and also kick up the chance for storms. So right now we're watching this little cluster of showers and storms, which isn't all that impressive at the moment, but it actually has its routes down from this cluster of storms, and it's tracked all the way up over the past 10 to 12 hours into southern portions of Indiana. And it does appear that once we get that daytime heating going again, that we could see that thing really take off. And so right now, north of Louisville and Indiana, we're seeing some of those showers and storms. Nothing severe here, moving towards Indianapolis. It's still reasonably quiet towards Detroit. But all that said, we could certainly increase this area later. So that's something that we're going to watch very carefully. In fact, putting this into the high resolution models, and notice they are pumping out some big time storms over the Ohio Valley as we go into the late afternoon and evening hours. So guys, still a lot to watch as we go through the rest of the day. Over to you.
A lot to keep our eyes on. Thank you so much, Mark, for that. And you know, Dallas suffering from a 1-2 punch over the weekend, the severe storms and also the flooding.
That's right, and areas north of Dallas saw as much as 6 inches of rain over the weekend. This is what happened. The yards flooded. The homes were just left surrounded by water. Residents sitting on their roofs actually waiting for help. So this video in from Corsicana, Texas, reports of more than 24 cars abandoned here in high water. I-45 shut down for a few hours last night, but it did reopen earlier this morning.
And when you see the water that is rising like this, boy, you have to heed the phrase, turn around and don't drown. Look at that. Okay, there's the water coming up the wheels, coming up over the hubcaps. This is flooding out of Norman, Oklahoma, where a little more than an inch of rain fell in just under an hour. And as you see, some folks made it through, others not so much. It's impossible to tell how deep it is and if your car can make it. So let's talk a little bit more about the floodwaters and cars. Here's Julie.
It really is a dangerous situation, and it really can catch you off guard. You know, nearly half of all flash flood fatalities are auto related. A lot of times people trying to get through that water just don't realize how deep it is. Here's the setup. The water is very heavy. It weighs 62.4 pounds per cubic foot. So it's flowing downstream, typically up to 12 miles per hour. And then when your vehicle meets up with that, all of that momentum rushes into the car itself. So for every foot of water, that's 500 pounds of force that is going to be pushing that vehicle forward. And if you are in it, there's certainly very little time for you to get out. So the biggest factor then is buoyancy in the car as well. That force is going to displace the car, and it is basically a situation where as little as 2 feet of water can actually carry away your vehicle. So when you see water on the roadways, as Sam mentioned, turn around, don't drown.
Thank you, Julie. Boy, it can sure come up in a matter of seconds as well. Let's talk about who had the most rain since Friday. You know, right here along the Red River Valley in between Oklahoma and Texas here. That's where they've seen some 5 to 8 inches of rain. They really got a good soaking there over the course of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then in through the weekend. And the latest radar showing that we do have a lot of rain coming down here east of Austin. That's where we have a flash flood warning in place, or a flood warning in place until 2 o'clock Central Time. So flash flood warning in Bastrop and Lee, and that does include Bastrop, Elgin, and Giddings counties here. So that's something we're going to have to watch across South Texas, in through most of Louisiana, especially along the Gulf Coast, then on up into Mississippi and Alabama. And you can see those severe storms. A lot of times we get them sitting in one place, and of course that drops a lot of water in a very short period of time, Julie, and that can be a real problem.
Really big problem. All right, we've got damage reports continuing to come in from Van, Texas, where severe storms and a likely tornado tore through a suburban neighborhood. Take a look. Some homes there torn to pieces. Homeowners trying to recover the little they can after the entire world has turned upside down from storms this weekend.
You know, we love to gourmet cook, but see the variety we have? We get to do the same thing at PetSmart with our pets. They have premium food at great prices. We'll go down an aisle and we'll say, Gus, you know what? Today you pick it out. The salmon, is it going to be the liver? Is it going to be rice? PetSmart has really brought us together. We had a little trouble in the marriage. How many years back?
Oh, well, I'd say as recently as 3 weeks, but...
Oh, I thought we were doing better than that.
PetSmart has food choices to fit your kids' unique needs, like Blue Buffalo made with the finest natural ingredients. Because pethood's better with a partner.
Constipated? Dulcolax tablets can cause cramps, but not Phillips. It has magnesium and works more naturally than stimulant laxatives for gentle, cramp-free relief of occasional constipation.
That works.
Mm-hmm. Live the regular life. Phillips.
Let's do this. We start here. Pick up a few of those. Okay, a lot of those. Boom. Spring. Let's do this. Toro days are here, and so are big savings. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
As the next system moves in, make sure your vehicle is prepared. Rain, mud, dirt, and sand. With the advanced technology of WeatherTech floor liners, your vehicle is protected against the elements. Laser measured for a perfect fit, front, back, and even up the sides. Simply go to WeatherTech.com and order your ultimate vehicle protection today. Or call 1-800-CarMats. Stay one step ahead of the weather with WeatherTech.
In a matter of seconds, your life can change.
The Weather Channel's most watched original program is back.
Things were just going everywhere.
And then it was silent.
This was it.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, some clouds. Low 76. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday, morning thunderstorms. High 86. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
You do all this research on the perfect car, gas mileage, horsepower, torque ratios. 3 spreadsheets later, you finally bring home the one, then smash it into a tree. Your insurance company's all too happy to raise your rates. Maybe you should have done a...
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
When the moment's spontaneous, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and the free 30-tablet trial.
With the Texas Guard making dramatic flood rescues over this past weekend. In Denton County, just about an hour north of Dallas, as many as 8 people had to be pulled from their homes using a Black Hawk helicopter, and 2 men were trapped on the roof of their truck. They just had to cling on for safety. They were rescued one by one from the swift water. An entire family in the town of Crum had to be airlifted from their homes.
A friend dropped the baby. Within 30 minutes after she left, we've got 3 foot of water in the front yard. It's scary. It really is. To know you've got to be airlifted because there's no other way to get to you. It's scary.
Well, scary moments as one of the women had to hold on to a 5-month-old girl. They were babysitting for a friend as the helicopter pulled them all to safety. The baby's mom had to watch the entire thing from a distance. I can't imagine that. Coming up next hour, we'll talk to the chief of the Crum Fire Department about yesterday's rescue efforts. Well, let's take a look at what is happening right now in terms of the active rain, the heavy downpours here, and the threat for flooding stretching up really from south of Indianapolis on up into the Chicago area. The heaviest band of rain approaching central Indiana right now, and that's where we could see some concerns about flooding with some heavy downpours right along 69 stretching from Fort Wayne down to Muncie. So that's definitely a concern. Also watch it in South Bend as some thunderstorms move in, and from Terre Haute over into Bloomington. Look at those thunderstorms that are moving in from southwest to the northeast at a pretty good pace. So this is one area, Julie, we're going to have to watch as we head into the next hour or so for potential flooding there. These thunderstorms can really dump a lot of rain.
And speaking of rain, we're still dealing with some from Tropical Storm Ana. It really kicked up the surf for days along the southeast coast before actually making landfall yesterday. In Myrtle Beach, this swimmer got caught as a strong current was coming on shore. This swimmer pulled out about 300 yards into the ocean before he was able to safely make it back to the beach. That is so scary. And we are talking about the remnants of Ana coming up right now. And Ana's still taking a shot at the Carolinas there. Here's a live look at Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, and Virginia Beach, Virginia. Both cities likely to feel the impacts from what is left of Ana today. And Ana is currently now a tropical depression. It has remained a depression since yesterday and is still packing a little bit of a punch there along the Carolinas and into Virginia now as we speak. So as we take a look at it right now near Elizabeth City, which is right about here on the map, and winds are still at 30 miles per hour sustained. It is moving to the north-northeast at 12, so it's on the move, and it's basically going to continue to weaken, but we do have to worry about the rainfall with that. And some of these winds are still up there. 21 out here along the Outer Banks at Hatteras. We have lighter winds as we get inland in Raleigh to Fayetteville, and then 10 miles per hour there in Wilmington for you. In terms of the rainfall, we still have some to work with. You'll notice some of those heavier showers are now offshore, but certainly all the way from the Outer Banks up toward Norfolk, you are getting some of that rain, and we could see maybe another 1 to 2 inches of rain out of this before this tropical depression, Ana, moves on out to sea. And I think after today, we're not really going to have much else to worry about, as our system that is producing all of those storms out to the west is going to basically kick this thing out into the Atlantic Ocean, and Ana will be no more. Sam?
Thank you so much, Julie. Well, we're going to have to be on the lookout for more severe weather today. We have a new tornado watch to tell you about. It is right across parts of central Indiana, really the eastern half of the state, about the western half of Ohio. So that includes Indianapolis into Cincinnati, Toledo, on up into Detroit, and over to Cleveland. And that is through this evening at 8 p.m. local time. And you can see why. There's a tornado warning right now just east of Interstate 69, including the counties of Adams, Allen, and Wells. So in Adams, Bluffton, and New Haven, the cities, be on the lookout until 1:45. You need to go to the lowest level of your home and put as many walls in between you and the outdoors as possible. We'll be right back after this break.
I can't find my Discover card.
Wait, I can freeze my account.
Introducing Freeze It from Discover. It allows you to prevent new purchases on your account in seconds if your card is misplaced.
Not here.
And once you find your card, you can switch it right on again.
Hey, you're back.
Freeze It, only from Discover. Get it at discover.com.
Anyone have occasional constipation, diarrhea, gas, bloating?
Yes.
One Phillips Colon Health probiotic cap each day helps defend against these occasional digestive issues with 3 types of good bacteria. Live the regular life. Phillips.
Photos are great for capturing your world, and now they can transform it. With the new Angie's List app, you can get projects done in a snap. Take a photo of your project or just tell us what you need done, and Angie's List will find a top-rated provider to do the job.
Start your project for free today.
How about over there?
What does it mean to have an unlimited mileage warranty on a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz? What does it mean to drive as far as you want for up to 3 years and be covered? It means your odometer is there to record the memories. During the Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales event now through June 1st, you'll get complimentary prepaid maintenance and receive your first 2 months payments on us, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Weather. So we build things to harness it.
This is about how far you can push yourself.
The whisper of a gentle breeze. The easy calm of a weekend escape. City Furniture presents Trade Winds by Kevin Charles. An exclusive collection of island-inspired furnishings for your entire home. Explore it today at cityfurniture.com. Where will the trade winds take you?
One look at that Red Baron pizza and you're gonna love it from the first bite to the last. Because a perfect pizza requires a perfect crust. The sauce commands your attention. The cheese begs you to savor every bite. The pepperoni declares you have reached pizza nirvana. And that last slice?
What's it worth to you?
A perfect crust means a better pizza. Red Baron, love at first bite. The authentic taste of a brick oven pizza. Now available from Red Baron.
Fat Guys in the Woods. New season June 7th on the Weather Channel.
Stay tuned for your Local on the 8s, brought to you by Walgreens. At the corner of happy and healthy.
Nose Day, a national event to help lift children out of poverty. It's easy. support Red Nose Day at Walgreens and start making a difference. It's a good laugh for a good cause. Tune in on May 21st to watch the Red Nose Day benefit live on NBC.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, some clouds. Low 76. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday, morning thunderstorms. High 86. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
I want to bring you up to speed on some storms that are developing in the Ohio Valley right now. We do have a new tornado watch issued by the Storm Prediction Center. This goes right on until this evening from Indiana into Ohio, portions of southeast Michigan as well. And within this zone, just to the south and east of Fort Wayne, we do have a tornado cell moving off towards the north and east right now. So the tornado warning over Adams, Allen, and Wells County, that goes until 1:45. Zooming in a little bit closer for you right here, we can see the classic inflow coming on this way, and then the rain-cooled air trying to wrap around in this direction. So if there's going to be a tornado, it would be hanging out right in that intersection area. That said, as we look towards kind of our high-resolution radar, we're not exactly seeing a real tight rotation at this point. This is the normal view of the radar, but as I click this over for you in towards the movement of the raindrops, you can actually see that we've got the green colors moving towards the radar, the red colors then moving back away. So we do have that spin that's in that area. It's close to the area that has the best kind of hook echo there, but it's not the tightest rotation we've ever seen. That said, this could tighten up at any point and put down a tornado. So you have to take this warning seriously. Again, Adams, Allen, and Wells County, tornado warning for you until 1:45. Sam, over to you.
Thank you so much, Mark. Well, let's take you into Oklahoma City right now. Boy, it was an active weekend here. A break, finally. Sunny skies today with highs in the 60s, 61 degrees right now with a north-northwesterly wind at 13. You can enjoy a day, finally, a beautiful day. But you can expect the rain to return on Wednesday and a chance for storms once again once we get into Thursday. So that is a really good possibility here. And that's all because we're seeing a dip in the jet stream. This is the water vapor satellite imagery, and you can see the circulation coming right down the west coast here. We'll put on the jet stream on top. There's a little bit of energy right here, some twisting and turning in the atmosphere that's going to be moving right along the jet stream as we head into the next 24 to 48 hours. And then by the time we get to midweek, this upper level disturbance is going to continue to strengthen, moving into the southern plains. So ahead of it, once again, that fetch of moisture. Look at all the moisture over Texas, Oklahoma. The dew points will be very, very high in the 60s and 70s. So that moist flow ahead of this disturbance is just going to add a little fuel to the fire here, and will be definitely entrained into this flow. So we'll likely see the thunderstorms once again and the potential for flooding once we get into midweek. So Wednesday night across Texas, in through Oklahoma City, Wichita, Kansas City, and into Dodge City once again. And this rain is really going to be adding up. You know, in Texas, where they had all the heavy rain over the weekend, this time particularly from Dallas down into San Antonio, we're going to see those rainfall amounts really adding up here. So we'll anticipate that flooding once again across southern Texas, central Texas as we get into Thursday. And in Oklahoma City, in comes the rain. By the time we get to Wednesday night, and then Thursday, we'll be watching for more thunderstorms. Julie?
All right, well, we're also talking about the aftermath of an intense severe weather outbreak now as we go to break. Reports of a multi-vortex tornado a quarter-mile wide ripping a roof off of a high school in Lake City, Iowa last night. About 150 people were inside the auditorium for an award ceremony when the tornado hit. The twister left a path of damage 2 blocks wide. Baseball-sized hail also fell in Iowa as severe storms moved through the region. state of emergency has now been declared in Calhoun County, Iowa. We'll be back.
Weather Wellness Program is brought to you by Nature Made Vitamins.
Did you know only 1% of supplements have earned the USP mark? An independent certification for quality and purity. I recommend Nature Made because they've earned the most of any brand.
Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended fish oil brand.
Today's the day. More and more people with type 2 diabetes are learning about long-acting Levemir.
As my diabetes changed, it got harder to control my blood sugar. Today, I'm asking about Levemir.
Levemir is an injectable insulin that can give you blood sugar control for up to 24 hours. And Levemir helps lower your A1C. Levemir lasts 42 days without refrigeration. That's 50% longer than Lantus, which lasts 28 days. Levemir comes in FlexTouch, the latest in insulin pen technology from Novo Nordisk.
Levemir is a long-acting insulin used to control high blood sugar in adults and children with diabetes and is not recommended to treat diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not use Levemir if you are allergic to any of its ingredients. The most common side effect is low blood sugar, which may cause symptoms such as sweating, shakiness, confusion, and headache. Severe low blood sugar can be serious and life-threatening. Ask your doctor about alcohol use, operating machinery, or driving. Other possible side effects include injection site reactions. Tell your doctor about all medicines you take and all of your medical conditions. Check your blood sugar. Your insulin dose should not be changed without asking your doctor. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing, sweating, extreme drowsiness, swelling of your face, tongue, or throat, dizziness, or confusion.
Today's the day to ask about Levemir FlexTouch. Covered by most health insurance and Medicare plans.
A message from the Pulaski Law Firm. A government study reports thousands of workers have been diagnosed with asbestos-related mesothelioma. To compensate those affected, asbestos trusts have been established with $30 billion in initial funding. You may be entitled to financial compensation without ever going to court. Act now. Call 1-800-950-MESO for a free consultation. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, get the best care available. Then call us. Mesothelioma. Don't fight it alone.
Heartburn.
Did someone say burn? Try Alka-Seltzer Relief Chews. They work just as fast and are proven to taste better than Tums Smoothies assorted fruit.
Amazing.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief Chews. Enjoy the relief.
Are you missing out on life because you're putting off neck or back surgery? Call Laser Spine Institute, the leader in minimally invasive spine surgery, to learn how a less than 1-inch incision can have you up and walking within a few hours of surgery, free from chronic back pain, and with no hospital stay and no lengthy recovery. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with spinal stenosis, bulging or herniated disc, sciatica, or other chronic conditions, call today for your MRI review.
When you're in that much pain and you live on painkillers, you really don't have quality of life. I feel like Laser Spine Institute was an answer to prayer. It's just the heavens had opened up, and it was like, I can live again.
If you've been told you might need neck or back surgery, call 1-855-401-BACK for your MRI review.
Laser Spine Institute, a less than 1-inch incision, a lifetime of standing tall.
Weather. So we build things to harness it.
This is about how far you can push yourself.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, some clouds. Low 76. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday, morning thunderstorms. High 86. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
There goes the school! There goes the school!
Heard that train roar they talk about.
Yep, that's a tornado, guys.
And just like that, it was over. A pretty amazing sight.
Well, it truly is amazing out there, especially when you consider that we had weather from every season this past weekend. A winter storm, a tropical storm, and round after round of intense, dangerous, severe weather. I'm Samantha Moore, and unfortunately, that severe side isn't going away anytime soon. So we're going to check in with meteorologist Julie Martin as we get you through this afternoon and into the evening.
Yeah, another dangerous day potentially out there. We do have torcons to get through, including some in the Ohio Valley. We're taking a look at Columbus, Ohio. Torcon of 3 for you, about a 30% chance of a tornado within a 50-mile radius. And we also have Detroit in line for possible tornadoes, a 3 in Detroit as well. And the Midwest right now is where a lot of this energy is really situated. We want to turn it over now to storm specialist Mark Elliott. He is in the lab tracking what's happening right now. I know we do have that tornado watch to talk about, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely, Julie. All of those cities that you just mentioned are already encompassed in that tornado watch, especially when you look towards Detroit, Columbus, Indianapolis. The storms are knocking on your doorsteps. Here's the latest watch out from the Storm Prediction Center. Goes until 8 o'clock this evening. So much of central and even southeastern Indiana straight on up through the thumb of Michigan underneath this tornado watch. And within here, there is a tornado warning right now, meaning a storm that is capable of putting down a tornado. Here is Fort Wayne, Indiana, just to get your bearings. And then down 65, here's the root area. And it's this storm in between Adams and Allen County. Zooming in a little bit closer for you, we can see that this storm has that classic shape, right? The inflow winds creating a notch right here, and then some of that rain-cooled air trying to spiral its way back around the storm. So to try to time out some of the worst of this rotation for you, it looks like the Zulu area will be impacted by some of the worst of the rotation. Trying to advance this forward for you. There we go. Let's get a new, because a new scan came in. So Zulu right about 142. That's an area of concern. If there were to be a tornado, it would be hanging out in that area. So that's something that we're going to watch very carefully. Of course, this whole system does tie its way all the way back down to the Gulf Coast states. There is a cold front that connects that Midwest storm down towards the southern plains. And within there, we've seen all kinds of heavy rain, severe weather in that regard, right? And here's the Houston area. Notice this feature right here. You see that kind of light green line that's pushed out of the storms? That's an outflow boundary. It's been kicking up some storms. There's a potential here that we could see another lineup, basically along I-10, where storms just don't have anything pushing them away. Chance for very heavy rain to hang out. We've already seen that starting to occur a little bit further towards the east. All kinds of lightning and heavy rain with this storm. These storms, I should say, almost 2,000 strikes in the past 50 minutes, guys. So we'll have to watch the southern plains carefully today as well.
Yeah, no kidding. A loud and stormy afternoon there for sure. We know more than 70 tornadoes were spotted this weekend across the plains, and so far 6 deaths have been reported, 2 of them in Arkansas.
And 4 in Texas after 2 additional deaths were confirmed in Van. Officials say a third of this town of 2,600 has been damaged.
The Weather Channel's Enaritas Rodriguez is there among the rubble.
We got to Van, Texas from Dallas, which is where we flew into just before daybreak. And as soon as first light came up, we got a chance to see the scope of the damage and how widespread it is. We're on East Main Street in basically the center of the town of Van. Our cameras are pointing towards a section of the town that there are a lot of mobile homes there. There are a lot of small ranches there, and there is complete devastation down this particular street. You're seeing people standing on foundations, what's left of their neighbor's home, trying to help them recover belongings or anything that they can. That woman in the pink hoodie is actually a resident here, and her mom and stepdad live next door to where she's standing right now, and her stepfather, she tells us, took cover inside his home, a very small ranch home, and ended up on this side of the street. And look at the damage on this side of the street. This is completely different structures, different settings. We have brick and mortar structures that saw significant damage. Straight ahead, you can notice the columns that have been dislodged. That's the administration building to the local intermediate school. And to the left of this building is the intermediate school, which its roof has been uplifted. Windows have been blown in. Look at the damage to the trees. They've been peeled off as if you're peeling fruit. That's the damage of the severe storms, and that's the damage that it left behind. We have a lot of snapped power lines, 2 confirmed fatalities so far, 8 people still unaccounted for. The National Guard is here, and they're going to continue these search and rescue operations with K-9 units. We also know that they will continue throughout the night, and we're going to bring you the latest updates right here on the Weather Channel and also weather.com. Back to you.
Thank you, Anna Rittis. Great job out there this morning. You know, we have to be concerned about the threat of the flooding. This is the rain we've had since Friday across much of Texas, especially here on that line in between Oklahoma and Texas, the Red River Valley, where we've seen 3 to 5 inches on the west side, 5 to 8 inches of rain right along the border of Oklahoma and Arkansas. So as this rain accumulates here, we have real threats. This one in Austin, this is a flash flood warning that's currently in place east of Austin. Look at those heavy downpours, Bastrop, Lee counties under the gun right now, so do be careful. Always remember, turn around, don't drown, don't try to chance it. Severe thunderstorms will continue across the south tonight and tomorrow, and of course we know that it's just going to lead to more flooding threats. Julie.
That's right, and from flash flooding to winter storm Venus, you can see the snowy drive here on the highway. This is Evergreen, Colorado, just east of Denver. Now, they picked up 4.5 inches of snow over the weekend, with as much as 1.5 feet in the mountain elevations. The Black Hills and the Dakotas also picking up about 1 foot of snow from Winter Storm Venus. Just an incredibly dynamic weekend in terms of weather. In Rapid City, they picked up a record 13.6 inches of snow this weekend. Our Scott Newell is there now with more.
Well, a much better day in Rapid City, at least no snow. The temperature's still kind of low and the wind's still around 18, 19 miles an hour as the day started out, with wind chills in the upper 20s. But it's the lack of snow, which was the really good news. And the crews worked all night to make sure that road surfaces were clear. If you look back, you see I-90 back there, traffic moving very well. Street surfaces are quite dry. It was certainly a different story over the weekend. We got 13.6 inches of snow, and we had winds from 20 to 30 miles an hour. That made driving very, very rough. Mothers trying to get out for their lunches and dinners with their families, they couldn't dress in any nice clothes. They had to dress in winter clothes. It left the roads a slushy mess. It closed I-90 for a short time, but they did get it reopened. And up in Mount Rushmore, they had to close Mount Rushmore because of a power outage up there, close it to the public. They're trying to get that back reopened. They got that power outage fixed. So the good news is for Mount Rushmore and for here in Rapid City, it's looking like a much better week. Temperatures should be into the 60s in midweek and continue on into the 60s. And all of this stuff, even though it's pretty back there, it should melt. And I think most people are ready to see the snow just go away. Bye-bye. Back to you.
I think you got that right, Scott. Let's talk a little bit about Winter Storm Venus and what is left of it now as we move through this Monday. Still looking at some pretty blustery conditions here in the Dakotas. We have 23 here in Bismarck, 17 in Rapid City, Sioux Falls at 21, and Omaha here at 25 right now. So it is still pretty windy out there, and that's making it feel a whole lot colder. Temperatures feel like freezing in Fargo and Rapid City right now. By the way, the average highs should be up around 70 degrees. So those 60s are going to feel quite good. We'll be right back with more on the severe weather in a minute.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, some clouds, low 76. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday, morning thunderstorms, high 86. Chance of rain, 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Right, these should be. Oh! Gorilla Super Glue. Of course.
Gorilla Super Glue's rubber-toughened formula holds after repeated drops and bumps.
Oh, thanks.
Gorilla Super Glue for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Introducing the new Can-Am Spyder F3. With a cruising riding position and the most advanced vehicle stability system in the industry, you'll ride with a feeling of complete freedom and confidence. Visit your Can-Am dealer and test drive the Spyder F3 today.
Your heart is precious. One of many ways to support its health is new True Heart from One A Day. It's the only heart health supplement with ingredients to both help lower bad cholesterol and support healthy blood pressure, and also includes CoQ10. Try new True Heart.
Let's do this. We start here. Pick up a few of those. Okay, a lot of those. Boom. Spring. Let's do this. Toro days are here, and so are big savings. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
When the moment's spontaneous, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and the free 30-tablet trial.
You know, some people have told me reverse mortgages sound too good to be true. I mean, you get cash out of your home, no monthly payments, and still own your home. There's got to be a catch, right, Jesse? Well, there isn't. It's like any other mortgage, only with a reverse mortgage, the loan's paid back when the last borrower leaves the home. In fact, reverse mortgages are based on a notion that President Reagan signed into law over 25 years ago in order to help seniors remain in their homes. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage with AAG that allows you to turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. And with AAG, there are never any credit score requirements.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive a new free information kit, including a reverse mortgage guide and DVD, personal stories from people like you, and a brand new family guide for children and loved ones, all absolutely free with no obligation.
AAG can help you pay off credit card debt, eliminate monthly mortgage payments, and provide some real retirement security.
Call 1-800-661-0312 today to get your free AAG reverse mortgage information kit and bonus DVD.
In the kits, you'll receive a helpful 3-part guide. The first will show you how a government-insured reverse mortgage allows you to access the equity in your home as tax-free cash. 500,000 people have already done it. The second booklet contains stories told by people just like you who've had their lives changed forever using a reverse mortgage. And the third guide is full of helpful answers and information for children and loved ones.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free.
They're simply an effective way for folks just like you to get the cash you need to enjoy your retirement.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free. Call 1-800-661-0312 now.
AAG, the best advice for a better life.
Amazing. That is really the only way to describe what we were dealing with over the weekend. Whether you wanted it or not, there was a little something there for everyone. Definitely the case. A wild weather weekend, active weekend of dangerous weather with elements from all 4 seasons, Sam.
Yeah, including the tornadoes, the flooding, the snow, and a tropical storm. It's hard to believe you'd have all of that at once.
What more could you ask for? And impacting more than a dozen states, that system, or all of those systems. Sam Champion has the details.
All seasons clashing this weekend: tornadoes, flooding, severe weather, Winter Storm Venus, and Tropical Storm Anna.
It's touching down. I can see it.
In Texas, a tornado killing one person and critically injuring one other in Cisco Saturday. More than 40 reports of tornadoes in parts of 5 states for Saturday in Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Then Sunday, a tornado-warned storm racing into Denton, Texas, ripping up trees and damaging homes. Torrential flooding following right behind, with dangerous and dramatic water rescues. This rescue chopper hoisting a young mother and her baby to safety, floodwaters consuming their home. Just an hour later, that same helicopter plucking these 2 men from the roof of their truck as floodwaters swamp it. Meanwhile, in Colorado, families pumping water out of their homes.
Pretty shocking to wake up and see your basement filling up with water.
Just a few miles away, crews clearing the snow from Denver's Coors Field, where the Rockies then hosted the Dodgers on Sunday. It's Winter Storm Venus, springtime blizzard warnings just 400 miles north in Rapid City, South Dakota. The city packing on 13.5 inches of snow, making it their second heaviest May snowstorm on record. From a winter storm to a tropical storm. Tropical Storm Anna making landfall early Sunday morning in South Carolina and clobbering area beaches.
Oh, it's not our ideal vacation, but we booked it in January, so we decided to come on down and make the best of it.
Sam Champion, The Weather Channel.
And, you know, that was a look at the weekend, but in the week ahead, we're going to see more amazing weather video, most likely, because it looks like we're going to see an active week. And starting into tomorrow, we're watching a disturbance working its way into the Pacific Northwest with some rain and some snow in the higher elevations. We're going to expect to see more flooding conditions across Texas and the Gulf Coast as we head into tomorrow as well. And look at the heat here in the Northeast. New York City, 88 degrees tomorrow as that southerly flow picks up ahead of the cold front. And then we'll be cooling it down to 65 degrees on Wednesday. So going from a very warm pattern to much cooler, much more comfortable on our Wednesday. Look at all the rain across the Plains states midweek. That's as the system really starts to get cooking as a disturbance moves in off the west coast and moves into the southern plains once again, similar to what we had over the weekend with a line of severe weather potentially here from Texas and through Oklahoma, Kansas, stretching on up into Minnesota and Wisconsin and the Dakotas. We'll be watching for that as we head into Thursday. After the snow we had in the Dakotas over the weekend, we could be talking temperatures on the warm side again ahead of the next system. On Friday, look at all the rain across the Gulf Coast, extending into the Ohio Valley. The western Great Lakes also could end up seeing more soaking rain as we head into our Friday. And look at the wet pattern across the west. This is exactly what we need across much of California is a rain event. Of course, it'll take a whole lot more of these to get out of the drought, but we'll take every drop as we head into the end of the week on Friday. That extends across Nevada and on up into the Pacific Northwest, where they're going to see an unsettled pattern throughout much of the week, including into Friday. And then here comes the weekend, and we could see another active pattern developing here in terms of the severe weather potential from the southern plains in through the central and the northern plains, even into the Ohio Valley. We could have the threat of those severe thunderstorms forming once again as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So no rest for the weary. We still have to be on guard and have our severe weather plan ready to go, and the family all ready to mobilize in case it does move in. And that threat will continue across much of the Mississippi River Valley into the western Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley on Sunday, and even across parts of the middle Atlantic and the deep south. We'll be watching for those threatened thunderstorms as we head through the weekend and even into the beginning of next week. We're definitely in severe weather season, Julie.
We definitely are. We have some more amazing video we want to share with you as we go to break. This after a powerful typhoon hit the Philippines. Here's a look at the high surf as the storm was approaching. Winds were blowing at 115 miles per hour. 2 people killed and 4,000 had to evacuate from their homes. It is weakening as it moves past Taiwan. It will bring some heavy rain and wind to Japan. We'll be right back.
How about over there?
What does it mean to have an unlimited mileage warranty on a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz? What does it mean to drive as far as you want for up to 3 years and be covered? It means your odometer is there to record the memories. During the Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales event now through June 1st, you'll get complimentary prepaid maintenance and receive your first 2 months payments on us, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Most homes have air leaks and drafts that waste as much energy as leaving a window open in your home all year long. Call Champion Windows at 844-4CHAMPION, and you can get 25% off of new windows for your home. Call today, because every home needs a champion.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is a large and dangerous tornado.
That's why we get real local the moment you need it.
We are live in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Florida.
Real accurate.
This is round one of the severe storms that are coming through.
From real experts on the ground.
That is a gust front for you right there in Dusty, Texas. Wow.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is basically what makes the Weather Channel
Keep the Weather Channel on. Here at the Weather Channel.
The Weather Channel is out in full force today.
Only the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, some clouds, low 76. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday, morning thunderstorms, high 86. Chance of rain, 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
We were below the 88th southern parallel. We had traveled for over 850 miles. My men driven nearly mad from starvation and frostbite. Today we make history.
Bienvenidos! Welcome to the South Pole!
If you're Dora the Explorer, you explore. It's what you do.
What took you so long?
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
You did it! Yay!
Can a protein originally found in a jellyfish improve your memory? Our scientists say yes. Researchers have discovered a protein that actually supports healthier brain function. It's the breakthrough in a supplement called Prevagen. As we age, we lose proteins that support our brain. Prevagen supplements these proteins and has been clinically shown to improve memory. It's safe and effective. For support of healthier brain function, a sharper mind, and clearer thinking, try Prevagen for yourself today.
The termite swarm has come. Enter the legions of Terminix with 85 years of experience and the strongest guarantee in the business. Sorry, termites, we got a swarm of our own. Not here, not now, not in my house. Terminix.
There are no medals won for earning a living. It's just what you do for family. But it's hard to build a future if you can't see past today. That's why Walmart is investing in the most important part of our company, our people. Because a raise in pay raises us all.
Constipated? Dunkel-X tablets can cause cramps, but not Philips. It has magnesium and works more naturally than Stimulant-X does for gentle, cramp-free relief of occasional constipation.
That works.
Live the regular life. Philips.
My husband said, "You're beautiful and I love you, but I'm worried about your health and your weight. I'm worried we're going to lose you." That was my moment.
When your moment comes, you can count, track, and worry over every meal. Or you can lose weight simply with Jenny Craig.
Just walk in or call. Meet your own personal consultant who will help turn your moment into the best summer ever. Pick from our all-new spring menu and start losing now. Don't wait. Join free plus $50 in food savings.
A moment can change your whole life with Jenny Craig.
The kids knew that I had a problem. I tried to make light of it for myself. Denial. I tried to say, oh, I'm not the only one that drinks like this. And that moment of clarity when I had hit bottom and realized that something had to be done, with that moment of clarity, I realized I've lost some good years with them. I've lost some time that I can't get back, and I don't want to give away any more time.
Xfinity sales professionals are always on the go, meeting new people every day. They're helping families get the latest Xfinity products and services. And they're making customers happy. Jumpstart your career with the best sales training in the industry. great benefits like discounts on your own Xfinity services and the potential for high earnings. Have what it takes? Apply today and see what doors open for you.
It was right on top of us, and then it hit. And we took it to the edge. Didn't give up.
A wide swath of real estate with the chance for severe weather today from the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley all the way down to the Gulf Coast. So let's first start out with the general zone that we are watching for severe weather to break out today. And that does include Michigan and Ohio, but then all the way down through the Tennessee Valley and then kind of flattening out across Texas. Now within this, there could be some severe weather in the form of tornadoes. We do have a Torcon of 3 for central and southern Michigan. We're also looking towards eastern Indiana and much of Ohio with a 3 out of 10 on the Torcon scale. Right now, we do have a tornado watch across this same area, right? We're looking at until this evening, right until 8 o'clock, a tornado watch in the Ohio Valley. But we do have this warning that was a tornado warning, now just a severe thunderstorm warning. We've lost some of the rotation in here. We're seeing if this is going to cycle a bit, but Allen, Defiance, Paulding counties now crossing over the border into Ohio. Zooming out just a little bit for you, we can see that this is attached to a whole line of storms. This is developing pretty close to that Indiana-Ohio border, and we can follow that all the way down into Kentucky. Now Kentucky's starting to break out with some storms. So what do the models do with this through the rest of the day? Well, they develop some big-time storms, individual supercells that could be tracking their way across the much of Ohio, really. But the biggest threat here will be tapping into some of those higher elevation winds, bringing them down to the surface. So Boeing line segments can't be ruled out. Of course, we got to jump down to the south too, because we've got these storms that have fired up right along the I-10 corridor in Texas. Houston, got to watch out for some flooding. Urban street flooding looking likely at this point, but there could be even some low-lying flooding as well. And we've already seen some big storms jumping out off to the east in Louisiana. Just to the north of Baton Rouge, there's a severe thunderstorm warning right now. West Feliciana and Point Coupe parishes. And then into Mississippi, right along I-55, Macomb to Brookhaven, you've got a big-time storm. This one trying to have a little bit of an appendage as well. We'll see if any rotation starts off across that area. As for the southern plains, what happens here for the rest of the day? Well, the models are hinting at even more rain, potential flooding. We got to talk more about that flood threat, guys, because that's going to be a big problem through the rest of the day. Over to you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mark. Well, if you've never seen a tornado firsthand, the moment you witness that incredible power of nature, it can be shocking and yet exciting.
It really can. And this weekend, our own Dave Melkov caught this first glimpse at a tornado on his way from Oklahoma to Dallas. So take a look as he takes us along for the ride.
Wow, look at this. It is a Texas-sized storm, rain-wrapped with thunder and lightning, funnel clouds coming out of the sky, urban flooding, and power outages all over the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Let me take you to the dash cam as we were driving here from Oklahoma. It was really hard to see as we were driving through that, and that wasn't the worst of it. All of a sudden, it sounded like someone threw a bag of BBs at us. That was the hail. Our cell phones went off with a tornado warning. Look to our right, and there it was. That right there is the first tornado I have ever seen in my life. As a non-meteorologist, I've seen plenty of destruction and talked to the people whose lives are torn apart by these things, but I've never seen one up close and personal. So I grabbed the camera that was sitting next to me on the seat, and I took this video. We see a tornado right here off I-35, and it is heading northeast. This is what it looks like on radar. And this is what it looks like in real life. Yeah, I had to catch my breath there. First tornado that I've ever seen. Talked to Dr. Forbes, and here's the picture. If you look at that, you can see that is a rope tornado coming from the sky. That's what Dr. Forbes called it. It looks scary to me. First tornado ever. From a very, very rainy Dallas-Fort Worth area, I'm Dave Malkoff, the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. this afternoon. A mix of clouds and sun. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, some clouds. Low 76. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday, morning thunderstorms. High 86. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.